Your heart just stopped. 1 second it was pumping life through your veins, and now total stillness. This is second zero. Most people think death is a sudden drop into pitch black nothingness. They are wrong. What happens over the next 60 seconds is a terrifying biological anomaly. Your body is entering a state of emergency, but your brain is about to experience the most intense surge of electrical fire it has ever seen. You are technically dead, but inside your skull, you have never been more alive. Let's track the panic under the skin. The moment the pump fails, 5 liters of blood freeze in place. Delivery has officially stopped, but the human brain is an oxygen glutton. It consumes 20% of everything you breathe. For the first 10 seconds, it doesn't understand that the supply line is cut. It scrambles to use every microscopic drop of residual oxygen trapped in the tissue. Your neurons are firing like crazy. Your current thoughts are still active. If you were looking at a clock, you would still process the ticking hand. You are still you, but the walls are closing in. At second 15, the conscious mind goes dark. The cerebral cortex shuts its doors. Your eyes turn into empty glass lenses. Your ears stop translating the panic of the doctors around you. To the outside world, you are a corpse, but inside, something inexplicable is happening. In recent clinical studies, scientists monitored dying patients taken off life support. They expected to record a quiet, slow fade out, a machine losing power. Instead, they witnessed a medical shockwave. The moment oxygen levels hit rock bottom, the brain detonated. A massive, structured explosion of gamma wave activity flooded the tissue. These are the waves of high consciousness, intense dreaming, and deep memory retrieval. It wasn't chaotic static. It was an organized, hyper-focused signal centered exactly in the region responsible for visual processing and out-of-body illusions. The dying brain isn't failing. It is running a final secret program at maximum capacity. To make things stranger, the dying brain floods itself with a massive chemical cocktail. Endorphins, serotonin, and a mysterious compound known as DMT pour into your neural pathways. This creates a state of neurochemical euphoria. It is a biological survival mechanism designed to mask the trauma of your body's collapse. Your perception of time begins to stretch into infinity. Seconds expand into hours. You are locked inside a hyper-realistic dreamscape generated by your own dying cells. This electrical storm triggers what survivors call the life review. But don't mistake this for a cinematic highlight reel. Your brain doesn't show you your graduation, your wedding, or your biggest victories. It ignores the ego. Instead, it unlocks the deepest, long-forgotten corners of the subconscious archive. It plays back the most ordinary moments you thought were erased forever. Riding a rusted bicycle past a fence when you were 4. The exact texture of a wooden desk on a random forgotten Tuesday. A stray animal you glanced at for 1 second as a toddler. Every single sensory input your eyes ever recorded is still inside you, buried under years of mental noise. And in its final surge, the brain breaks the lock. The archive is wide open. You relive everything you didn't even know you remembered. While the mind is exploring its own eternity, the physical body is turning cold. 30 seconds in, the cells realize no help is coming. 37 trillion individual living entities begin their final shift. They abandon oxygen-based metabolism and switch to an emergency backup system, anaerobic respiration. This system keeps them alive for a few more minutes, but it floods the body with lactic acid. Without orders from the nervous system, every single muscle gives up completely. The jaw slacks. The eyelids lose their tension. Your pupils dilate to their absolute limit, staring into the dark, completely unresponsive to light. The chemical architecture holding you together is melting. Acid is weakening the cellular membranes. An internal self-digestion called autolysis is beginning its silent work. But do not assume the eyes have completely stopped working. Medical researchers conducting large-scale cardiac arrest studies have documented something deeply unsettling. Roughly 20% of people who are brought back from clinical death can recall vivid structural details of the room around them, even though their hearts were flatlined and their brains showed absolutely zero external electrical activity on medical monitors. They could still see. Some survivors report floating near the ceiling, looking down at their own cold gray shell. They can repeat the exact words spoken by the doctors, describe the specific tools used during the resuscitation, and point out the exact mistakes made during the panic. They possess a full auditory and visual awareness, while technically classified as a corpse. Science calls this a recalled experience of death, but it feels more like a temporary escape from the physical hardware of the human body. By second 45, your immune system breaks down completely. The white blood cells that spent decades defending your organs from outside threats simply stop moving. The cellular walls that separate your internal bacteria from your bloodstream begin to degrade. The trillions of microscopic organisms that live inside your gut suddenly realize that the host is dead, and they begin to turn on you. The process of decomposition does not wait for you to be buried. It starts from within, less than a minute after your final breath. 60 seconds. This is the ultimate biological crossroads. You are floating in a terrifying limbo. You are not alive by any medical standard, but you're not irreversibly gone either. This is the final window for resuscitation. If the shock enters the chest now, if the air is forced back into the lungs, the entire process can be reversed. The survivors who are pulled back from this 60-second edge don't return the same. They don't wake up asking for status, money, or power. They wake up obsessed with time. They realize that the real value of life wasn't in the major milestones, but in the ordinary, boring afternoons that their dying brain recorded so perfectly. Every second you have right now is a second someone else just lost. Your brain is recording this very moment. Make sure it's worth watching when the lights go out. This is Arcanum X Files. Stay terrified.